grinding, Bitcoin, self-employment, showing up, it's all so tiresome like that fucking meme, dude. I just want to talk today about how difficult it is day over day, week over week, month over month, year over year, showing up, executing, performing, and just not giving up, okay? And you see some quotes, like there's a good one by my boy, Naval Ravikant. Okay, they call them navalisms. And I follow this one Twitter account and it recycles his stuff. I've got his book too. But I don't agree with everything he says, but he has some good stuff, some good lines. And one of them, it's either like, you just need to basically sit there and focus for like 3 to 5 years and put it all in, and that's all it takes to change your life. And look, I agree. I agree that that's all it takes to change your life when you're at zero, right? And some things compound and things speed up and get better as you go along. Other things do not. So, for example, I'm Vosk, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. This is the VoskCoin mining farm. I've been making cryptocurrency content for a long time.
Have you ever thought about going to Mining Disrupt? Biggest Bitcoin mining expo and conference, but you didn't want to go to Florida? Well, congrats, now you have a different option. Dallas, Texas, November 11th, 13th. Code VoskCoin to save 20%.
And in the beginning, it's like, got a couple views with searches and stuff like that. And then it was really cool, the channel took off. And it achieved like parabolic growth. And then the bear market hit. Nobody cared that I was trying to grow some Bitcoins out here in the field. Nobody cared. Then 2020 to 21 and 22 hit, and all of a sudden everybody's a crypto expert. Imagine that. And huge growth opportunity there as well. Cryptocurrency is very cyclical. Bitcoin has finally achieved big time staying power. It is truly always been in a class of its own, but now it's being recognized as being in a class of its own. So just because Bitcoin's doing well, I wouldn't assume that everything's gonna be just fine and dandy throughout the rest of the crypto sector. So content creation wise, it really just lines up with the market generally. Once you get a good chunk of viewership, I guess, there's only so many people here, especially sticking around in bear market conditions, that give a shit about this stuff. Then bring it to the passive income business, the mining farm. Plugging in your first miner, exciting. The next couple miners, very exciting. You go from 1 miner to 2, congrats dude, you just doubled, right? And now the mining farm is around on 100 mining rigs. And you plug a couple more rigs in, it's 1-2%. It's not that interesting, it's not that exciting. You cannot, at least I'm not, able to ride the same highs, ride the wave of like, oh yeah, we're making huge progress. A couple things go down, issue over here, issue over there, it compounds, and you really just start to feel bogged down. And for me, I get a lot of flack online sometimes, because I try to keep it real. I talk about the good days and the bad days. Mining Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is easy passive income. It is. Plug in power, plug in Ethernet, congrats. You are turning electricity into money with a computer. So deploy some capital and get some returns there. So there's a lot of benefits a lot of people quickly overlook when it comes to mining. It's a business, dude, right? So you have investments, you have expenses, you have write-offs, you have tax deductions, you have very many things that are advantageous that you are just screwing yourself with if you are doing this to any semblance of a degree without taking advantage of the tax code. The tax code is designed to keep you poor. Let me spell it out, P-O-O-N-G-M-I, okay? Government hates you. The government hates you. I mean, if they didn't hate you, they wouldn't devalue your currency. Why has the US dollar lost like 25% of its buying power just in the last 5 years? And they don't hate you. Wake up, brother. They do. They abhor you. So what are you gonna do about it? Little anarchy, little revolution, or at a minimum, my God, man, get some write-offs. Look, I think taxes are a scam, but if I don't pay them, they're gonna send me to jail. So, there's that. Point being though, this operation is a lucrative endeavor on many fronts. I do not regret it. And although sometimes I am sitting here bitching about how this went wrong and this isn't going well, and I tried this and well, that sure did go terrible, okay? Most of my problems have all been rooted in speculative shitcoin mining, growing pains, and just the fact that I am constantly overburdened. I've gotten through the last big leg of expansion. If I didn't do so much stuff myself out here, this would be a lot easier passive income. If I also scaled this in a way where everything was the same, or I deployed like a plug and play Bitcoin mining container, right, and just filled that all the way up and had a big electric service, it would have been a lot easier. But that's not the path I went. For example, in the VoskCoin immersion mining shed, we only have 2 systems that are the same. We only have 2. And there's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8-ish? I don't know. Math is hard. I'm kind of pissed off and tired today. Point being is that there's only 2 that's the same, and it's the most recent system we bought, and that made nothing easy as far as like speeding it up, scaling. One was super difficult, complicated, and so there was some overlap, and some of it didn't overlap. But it's been interesting, it's been challenging, it's been difficult. I mean, I didn't have like a mentor with this. I didn't have somebody come out here and show me the way. So, you know, I drop a shed and then I figure it out. I look up video guides if they're there, and otherwise I look at written guides, or otherwise I send emails, look at a pamphlet, I ask questions, and then I create new video guides or video guides, especially if nothing ever existed. I've always thought of the mining farm as my mission to open source mining, right? Bitcoin's open source, my mining farm's open source. You can see what I did, how I did it, how much it cost me, would I do it again, what would I change, and everything in between, right? Obviously, it's mutually beneficial. I make content about it, that provides opportunities, and then all while I view the mining farm out here as just truly simply my capstone project. I love it, I'm proud of it. It's been interesting, it's been challenging, and if I could go back, I would do it again, and I would do it again, and I would do it again. And I always laugh because I say, you know, no matter what, my kids, my grandkids, and my great-grandkids, they're gonna be like, yo, you know, Dad, Gramps, great-Gramps, that was a crazy dude. He was wild. You see all this weird shit out there in the field? It's like, yeah, he was a mad lad, wasn't he? So I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, but whenever the day comes that I'm done, or I retire, or I let it run, or whatever, like, I'm just gonna let this stuff run. Like, I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm done doing this, let me see how much I can get for that. Every item I drop out here is a permanent structure, as far as I'm concerned. So with that said, it's interesting to see the way that all of this stuff has developed. And I talked about it a while ago, but like, you know, I'm very tired. I'm very stressed out, I'm very busy, and I'm very burnt out. But you know, things are getting better, and the bottom line is there's not some sweet, easy reset button for me. Like, I don't just need to go to Bermuda for the weekend or something, or a week, and be like, I'm good, I'm recharged. Like, the things that drain me are just an overwhelming pressure from the content creation to furthering the mining farm to personal matters, even my hobbies, and then filling in the gaps with Alexa's hobbies, because pregnancy was really rough on her, which led to me picking up a lot of slack because she's an absolute workhorse, and you know, she isn't able to do as much as she always does, and I never take it for granted. But it's just the simple fact is I do a lot all the time, she does a lot all the time, but she can't do quite as much as she was doing, and then I just need to find a way simply to do even more to pick that up, and it's been difficult. It's been trying, and it's been tiring. And you know, I'm moving the right direction. I'm knocking projects out. I'm closing stuff out. I'm making progress, and I am very cautiously opening new projects. So I'm closing 2 projects, I'm opening 1. Maybe I should be closing 2 projects and opening 0, but that's not my f***ing style, now is it? So, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I made my bed, I'll lay in it. This is the path of grinding. It's, I don't love this phrase, but it is what it is. I didn't think this would be easy. It's just, it's tough. It's tough though. And, you know, I'm still just focused on showing up every day. And if you're showing up every day for whatever you're chasing, you're grinding, that's awesome. And I hope that your takeaway from this is that whatever you're doing, to keep at it and find something you like, find something you believe in that's going to help you get where you want to go. It's not as simple as just make a bunch of money and you'll be happy. And it's not as simple as that, you know, if you got not shit and then you're surprised why you're not happy. And it's not necessarily the material things, but money will afford you freedom. If you have no money, you have no freedom. If you have no money, you have no power. So what's next for me? I'm going to keep making the best content that I can, along with our incredible team. It's not just me here, and it's more than just me and Alexa and Super Cutie Pup Tails. We've got an elite editing squad that do so much here at VoskCoin that help me make all of these awesome videos all the time. And beyond that, just keep fleshing out the mining farm. And I just want to be careful, right? You know, because the market's up, down, but it can turn so quickly, and the competition is so fierce. And I'm literally competing against $1 billion companies to the point that a sane person would be like, that's stupid. You shouldn't do that. You know, I never really listened to that before. I'll go for it. So, you know, I'm still thinking, you know, solar offset, tariffs threw a wrench in the equation. Now they're talking about throwing away tax incentives. But I'm thinking, you know, just kind of continue to wrap things up, smooth things out, become a little happier, a little more relaxed, and then maybe kick the solar build wide open. And I really want to get the field building fixed up and finished up and just have a sweet field office, field workshop. It may not be that interesting from like content creation, but it will help me make better content, and it'll really just make my day-to-day production easier, cleaner, and, you know, hopefully, if nothing else, that leads to a morale boost. It's just something to be proud of. You know, I do all this stuff for nearly a decade, and, you know, the mining farm's sweet and proud of it, all that, but like all this, well, like, I don't know, I don't count 2,000 videos, and like I don't have my own little YouTube studio. I moved over 2 years ago. I still haven't put my damn soundproofing back up on the wall since we got to the new house. It's not even a new house anymore. Okay, if we sold it, we'd have to say lightly used, all highway miles. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Hope you're in a good spot. If you're not, keep digging. If you are, congratulations. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.